Hello, thank you for joining with me. I am reading from the Course Companions, a global learning community for students of A Course in Miracles. We are on the Week 19 study guide, and it's at thecoursecompanions.com. Today we are on day 127, that's Monday, and it's Chapter 8, Review, the Undivided Will to Heal. And section overviews and reflections are from Robert Perry, editor of the complete and annotated edition of A Course in Miracles. And tonight I will record day 128, moving into chapter 9. Right now I'm going to read the review from Robert Perry. Day 127, review of chapter 8. Section 1. The unconflicted curriculum. If I want to know reality again, I need to find peace. To find peace, I need to get out of the conflict between two curriculums, the egos and the Holy Spirits, that teach me opposite things about myself. I need to listen only to the Holy Spirit's curriculum of peace, which teaches me that I am not in conflict with my brothers and that my will is not in conflict with God's. Section 2 of Chapter 8, the Holy Encounter. Power and glory are God's, but He has given them to me. I cannot remember my power and glory by looking for them in myself alone. I find them by seeing them in every brother I encounter. For as I see him, I will see myself. This makes every encounter a holy encounter, in which I remember who I am by remembering that my brother is not really someone else. Section 3. Freedom of Will. Jesus dispels the darkness of the world by being with me in the loneliness of the world. He comes to offer me all that I have denied myself by offering me his awareness of God's will. However, Jesus' will alone cannot help me. He cannot force his will upon me, for God's will is freedom. To be healed, I have to freely choose to follow his guidance, which means putting just as much energy into giving peace as into finding peace. Section 4. The Undivided Will of the Sonship. If I will just treat Jesus as my actual companion and join my will with his and do what he says, I will shed my ego and unite with God. If I become afraid on this journey with Jesus, it is because the ego feels rejected and is trying to undermine my new path. Rather than listening to it, I need to reach beyond the ego by reaching for Jesus' hand, realizing that the ego is powerless to interfere with our journey. Section 5. The Treasure of God. I am the prodigal son. My real treasure is my creations in my Father's kingdom. But I left the kingdom for the far country of this world, where I chase after worthless treasures that never satisfy. I think that in the process I have made myself unworthy. Yet, how can I? I am the treasure of God, the only treasure he wants. Jesus, who knows my true worth, will lead me to the point where truth dawns on my mind and I can come home to my Father. Section 6. Using the body solely for communication. The ego sees my body as a means of attack, as an end in itself. This, however, arrests my mind's natural impulse to extend, causing that impulse to stop at the body. Instead, mind needs to use the body as an instrument of mind's extension. I do this by using the body only as a means of communication with my brothers. Through this, I will remember my true nature and my true power. Section 7. Sickness as a false witness. When I equate myself with the body and then use the body to attack, I make myself sick. Through trying to damage others, I end up feeling damaged myself. Once my body is sick, the ego uses it to tell me, first, how I feel, second, what I am. The body becomes the witness to the idea that I am frail and vulnerable. I need to refuse to listen to this witness, and I need to relinquish all attempts to use the body lovelessly. Section 8. Healing as the will to awaken. When I get sick, I should ask the Holy Spirit to heal, not my body, but my perception of what the body is for. Sickness comes from my fear of waking. Healing comes from the will to awake. This is a practical course, which means exactly what it says. Therefore, I can do exactly what Jesus asks. He has asked me to do the works of love. Rather than withdrawing from Him into sickness, I need to join Him in giving miracles. And that is the conclusion of our review for day 127, chapter 8. For some reason, I thought we had more sections in this chapter, but we don't. Thank you so much for joining with us. And I will post the video for tomorrow, day 128, this evening. I love you. Thank you.